Hey guys, this is Brendan with Gone Mobile Vans. We're here at our shop in Costa Mesa, California. Behind me is a 2025 magnetic blue high roof Transit. All-wheel drive, super clean build inside with some upgraded seats. I can't wait to show it to you. All right guys, so right up front, this is a 2025 all-wheel drive Transit. It's got the EcoBoost engine, 10-speed transmission, really the perfect platform to build on. We swapped out the Ford stock grille for a Raptor grille. Really caps off the front end of this van, and then right below that we've got the CA tuned bumper and a Warn Xeon 12S winch combination. All right guys, so for the suspension on this van we went with the Van Compass Topo Stage 2 kit. This gives you 2 inches up front. We're able to fit 265 75/16 tires on the stock black alloy wheels, and we've got the adjustable rear shocks in the back with the shock relocation brackets to give you that extra little bit of clearance. On the top of this van, we got a flatline Van Company Safari rack with the drop front. No light bar on this one at the moment, but it is pre-wired for a future light bar if this client would like to do that. We've got a Fiamma F45S manual awning on the side of the rack. We also have 2 100-watt solar panels, a max fan, and a Nomadic Cooling X2 AC unit. We also have a Starlink mini mount ready up there for the client to install once he gets the van. Right above the sliding door, we have a Rigid Industry scene light. This provides plenty of illumination at night while the awning is deployed or without the awning, but it really illuminates your campground perfectly. Below that is a solid glass window on the sliding door. This came stock from Ford. It does have tinted windows for that privacy look. And then right below that, we've got our Aluminous side steps. These are the touring side steps from Aluminous, lightweight aluminum, plenty of tread plate to be able to get in and out of the van nice and comfortably. A little bit farther back on the van, we've got the Flare Space flares. We had these texture coated from mil-spec liners, nice robust coating on there, looks pretty good with the blue and black combination. We've got our bunk windows in there with bug screens, so you can crack those windows at night, have some nice ventilation through the max fan and not worry about the skeeters getting in. Additional scene lighting on this van, we have 2 scene lights at the rear of the rack from KC, and we have 2 on the driver's side of the roof rack. So that in combination with the light over the sliding door gives you 360 illumination around your van at night. Below that, we got a flatline Van Company tire carrier. This allows us to have our full size spare. This is, like I mentioned, a 265 75/16 tire that won't fit underneath where the stock spare tire goes. So you gotta go with an external tire carrier, and we like flatline for that option. On the passenger side of the van, we have a flatline Van Company gear platform. This platform, you can mount all sorts of different stuff to it. Primarily, we've got one of their storage boxes. This is their large size storage box. Hinges up, gives you access to the initial shelf. This folds down. You got the whole bottom area as well, and this is a fantastic work surface for cooking if you want, barbecue, getting your tools out to work on the bikes or whatnot. This folds right back up. And then we've got the external posts here. You can add, once again, other devices onto this as well, but we've got 2 one-up bike racks on here. So this client will be able to get 2 mountain bikes up here. These things are super awesome. These arms clamp back on the tires once you get the bike up in the tray. Not going anywhere, and One-Up is, fantastic company. They make a really bunch of cool stuff, and perfect for this kind of setup. On the driver's side of the van, we've got the Flare Space flare. Once again, this is also texture coated, really robust coating on there. We've got the flatline Van Company side ladder. We think the side ladder is the way to go to be able to get up on the Safari rack. Makes it super easy, super safe to be able to get up and back off. And then a little bit farther forward, we've got an AM Auto half slider window. These are our go-to windows for ventilation on the side of the van. They look like they belong there, really high quality as well. And then we got the last bit of the Aluminous side step to be able to get in and out of the driver's seat just as easy as the sliding door. All right guys, that's it for the outside of this van. Let's take a look at the inside and these fancy seats. Right up front in this van, this is pretty much the stock setup on these things. We've got all the nice features, all the comfort and safety features that you could want. The big screen for touchscreens, all your Apple CarPlay, Android Auto, cruise control. It's got a full-time rear view camera display as well. So we got a full-time camera out the back. And then for seats in this van, we swapped out the stock seats for these nice Scheel Vario seats. Super comfortable, like infinitely adjustable. There's so many knobs on these things. You can really dial it into your fit and how you feel in the van. Dual armrest, which is also nice because the stock Transit seats don't have a dual armrest. Still swivel and heated as well. So a really nice setup in the front. And this client wanted to match the captain's chair in the back also with the Scheel seat. So he's got 3 of these in here for a super comfortable ride for all occupants. So for our galley setup, we've got a 36-inch doorway galley. This is our favorite setup in this type of van. We've got our external drop-down table, so great spot for making coffee. You got an outlet here for an induction cooktop, blender, workstation if you want to have a little stand-up desk for your laptop. Really a clean little setup. I love this thing. I use it quite often in my own van. We've got our DR85 drawer style fridge, 85 liter. Slides open, easy access from either inside the van or outside the van, which I always find pretty important. An additional tray for other cheeses, things like that. And we got a freezer in here. This absolutely gets cold enough to make ice and keep your ice cold, keep your ice cream cold on the trail. Killer little fridge. We've got our drawer right above that, which is perfect for utensils, cooking supplies, cutting boards, junk drawer, cables for your phone, whatnot. And then we've got our 2 buttons here, one for the gray tank dump. This handles a 16-gallon gray tank, so you can dump it remotely at an appropriate location, and the water pump switch that turns on the water at the sink, the shower, and the rear shower. So in continuing on with the galley, we've got some power outputs here. We've got USB outlets here. We've got a 12-volt outlet here, so if you have a different kind of adapter that you need, you can use that guy. We also have a 110 outlet that has a USB-C and USB-A ports. So we got a high-powered port here. If you need to charge your laptop, you can just turn the inverter on. So this is also perfect for an induction cooktop up here as well. And we've got our dark black stainless steel sink. It's a nice deep sink with a cutting board that fits right in here perfectly. Deep enough to do some dishes if you want, wash your hands. Hot and cold water here from our hot water system. Great little galley setup. So for the lounge area in this van, things are a little bit different, obviously, because we don't have our normal bench seat, but we've got these 3 nice Scheel seats. These swivel, they got the heated seats as well, and our captain's chair is also on a JMG swivel base. So usually we use JMG captain's chairs, but we added the Scheel onto it, so we're a little combination of companies. But it does give us still our little lounge area, hangout area, which is kind of nice. Easily sit 3 people in here hanging out. And we also have our wrap-on toilet that is built into the Lost Highway toilet box. This is also another seat actually for somebody, so it's got a nice cushion on there. You could hang out there as well, but it also easy access to the toilet when you need that wrap-on. And for the toilet in this van, here's the wrap-on checker toilet. Cushion moves up out of the way. Got the little knob here. This guy opens right up. Lid stays open. This is the wrap-on checker toilet. It heat seals the waste closed in about 90 seconds. Super easy to use, super hygienic. Easy to press the flush button. And like I said, it takes about 90 seconds, drops the waste down, heat seals it closed, cuts it off, so you just have 1 bag to dispose of after each use. You don't have to go through a whole roll of bags before you can empty the van, and you don't have to go take a cassette toilet in and go dump it in a porta potty somewhere like that. So I feel like this is the best setup for a van life toilet. So we've got our overhead storage in this van, including our Molly panel that fits perfectly in this little awkward area. Great for a first aid kit, hooks for hats, bags, whatever else you want to strap up there. Really utilitarian but useful piece of equipment there. We've got our overhead storage cabinets. These are from Lost Highway, all aluminum cabinetry, nice bamboo doors, super solid and robust. They're going to hold up a lifetime. We've got a 28-inch cabinet and a 52-inch cabinet. Perfect for cooking stuff here, clothing things here, or food in this area. And then we've got 1 additional cabinet that's over the galley here, another 28-inch cabinet. I keep my camp stove and utensils and cutlery and bowls and stuff like that up on this side right above the galley, so it's easy to get to. You could also have a microwave in this location if you'd prefer. Right above the sliding door is our control screen console. This is our EcoFlow Power Kit control. We've got a 10 kilowatt system in this van, so we've got a 90% state of charge right now. We've got the 2 batteries, each 5 kilowatt batteries. We've got a water tank sensor that just needs to be calibrated, so it'll show how much fresh water we have. We've got the input, solar panels, alternator charging and shore power charging, and then our output where we have both AC and DC circuits, and you could turn on and off your ceiling lights, our porch lights, or all the other switches and utilities in this van. Everything is controlled from here. You also have a smartphone companion app that works perfectly, and you can see and control the same information on your smartphone. Next to that, we've got our control for the S-bar heater. This is a great little heater. It ties into the fuel tank of the van to get the fuel source. It'll heat up this van nice and toasty warm. You can set a temperature that you'd like the heater to be at, And you can also set a duration for you'd like it to run at as low as 10 minutes or as long as just on for infinity is what they show. Like I said, it sips fuel, really works well for this size van. It'll keep this thing nice and toasty warm in the winter. So in addition to the S-bar heater in this van, we have a Max Fan 7500. This is sort of in the front position of the van, perfect for getting ventilation through the back bunk windows and up through if you want to use this while at night. A little bit farther back, we've got the Nomadic Cooling X2. So this is perfect for sleeping at night. You get the vents here that'll go right out on, blow onto you, keep it nice and cool in the nighttime if you're camping in the summer somewhere. And then last but not least, we've got our Scirocco fan. This little guy tilts and rotates however you need so you can blow this air right on you. Great for a little bit of white noise at night as well, or even taking this and blowing some of the cooler air from the air conditioner more towards the front of the van. So killer little van, and yeah, it really helps move the air in this van quite a bit. All right, so here we are at the back of the van. I'd like to talk a little bit about our sleeping setup. So in this size van, we consider flares, adding these flares to be the perfect setup. So some folks may not understand the purpose of it. It really gives you a large bed and it gives you more floor space up in the front of the van. So adding these flares, that it's a extension on the outside of the van, it gets us, in this case, about 8 inches on either side additional space. So it goes from a 5'6" to over 6'6", basically. So you get another 10, 12 inches worth of width this direction. So now you got 80 inches. It's a queen size bed. I'm 6'3", I sleep here no problem. I got plenty of room for my feet, plenty of room for my head. My wife sleeps there no problem as well. It really does a bunch of things, but primarily gives you more living space in the van, and it gives you more lengthwise here than you would get otherwise. Some north-south beds are only going to be about a 72-inch bed, which is shorter than this 80-inch bed. So really you're getting the best of all worlds by going with flares, sleeping sideways, giving you plenty of room to sleep, and then plenty of hangout room up in the front of the van. So these flares come with half slider bunk windows. So really easy to open these guys up. You got ventilation. Pair this with a Max fan, you can pull some nice cool air in right over your bed area. Got bug screens built in so you don't have to worry about bugs. Magnet right on here, helps insulate if it's really cold inside or really hot outside, and it's a great perfect blackout to really keep it nice and dark in here so you can get a good night's sleep. All right guys, so when you're ready to take this bed area and get it out of the way so you have access to the shower or your full cargo area, our 5-inch memory foam mattress just tri-folds up. Stacks right over here on top of the tall fender box. It's the perfect width to stay there just by itself. Now our Murphy bed panels flip right up. Simple bungee right up to some L-track hooks up here. Keeps these bed panels out of the way in just a matter of moments. And now you've got your full rear cargo area open. So you got bikes, sheets of plywood, camp gear, hangout space if you don't want the bed down while you're at the beach, all sorts of different ideas. But it's also a great location or a great way of being able to get access to your shower here. So this is our folding shower pan from Tetravan. This guy just flips down. Shower curtain in here hangs from hooks in the ceiling, so it's really easy to set this up. Hangs from hooks in the ceiling. You enter from this side. The shower curtain magnets to this metal frame all the way around, so it makes a nice waterproof enclosure. Hop right in here. You got your mixer valve, hot and cold water, your shower valve. This thing works perfectly. I've used it all the time in my own van. It's a really fantastic addition. And one of the greatest things about it is that really when you're done with it, it folds right up and it just disappears. It doesn't take up a full amount of space inside this van. It doesn't take up a big old closet size location. Folds up, out of the way. Most of the time when we're showing vans to people at expos, they don't even know that this is a shower until we show it to them. So as part of our tall fender box and bed system is all this additional storage. The upper half of these boxes is open just for complete storage. We've got all the window shades and bags inside here for the client. You can put camp chairs, recovery gear, bedding, whatever you need in here. But you've got the same amount of size on the other side of the van, so a ton of additional storage. And the bottom half of this side of the box is all our power system. So this is our 10 kilowatt power system. We've got two 5 kilowatt batteries, a total of 800 amp hours. We've got the smart distribution panel for the AC and DC circuits, and our power hub, which handles all of the inputs and outputs, the solar charging, alternator charging, shore power charging, the inverter, everything is built into there. Super easy to access, super easy to control from either your phone or that touchscreen. This is our go-to power system, and we're really happy with it. So on the passenger side of our tall fender box system is our water system. So easy access to our 24-gallon wheel well water tank. This is from Northwest Conversions. It fits perfectly over there, and it fits nicely inside this box. Super easy to access all the plumbing. It's all right here. Water pump, valves, one valve, throw that open, flip the power switch and the pump switch, and it just drains the rest of the tank for winterizing. Super easy to deal with. If you ever need maintenance, it's all right here. You don't have to go digging through other cabinets or in through the walls to get to it. We pride ourselves on making it easy if you need to service it. All right, so last little part of this van is our access panel for the water in the rear. So this is your fill right here. So you can take a garden hose. We provide one to our clients. You'll be able to hook it up, fill the water tank right from here. We also have our mixer valve for our shower and our shower head outside. You got a 6-foot hose on this guy. Turn the mixer valve on. You can adjust hot and cold from here and be able to have a nice shower outside. Rinse off your bikes, rinse off the dogs. Easy to turn it off, drain the pressure from the line, and put it all back away. All right, guys, that's it for this tour of this 2025 Magnetic Blue Transit. We think it turned out fantastic. We love the really nice seats inside, cool color combinations, ready to hit the road. Nice option for a bike carrier on the back of this van. If you're interested in this kind of content, please consider subscribing. If you'd like a van like this, we got chassis available through one of our partner dealerships, and we got build slots opening up soon. Hope to see you on the next video.